If you take two people of the same age, living similar lifestyles, eating similar food, exercising roughly the same amount, and avoiding obvious bad habits, you would expect them to age at a similar pace. But reality doesn't work that way. One person looks older, feels more tired, develops chronic pain, or faces health problems much earlier, while the other seems stable, energetic, and resilient. This difference is not random, and it is not simply genetics or luck. It is the result of how the body processes stress, damage, and recovery over time. Most people misunderstand aging. They think aging is something that happens automatically with time. In reality, time only measures how long you've been alive. Aging measures how much biological damage has accumulated inside your body during that time. This is why two people can be 40 years old chronologically, but have bodies that behave like they are 50 or 35 biologically. What determines aging speed is not just what you do, but how your body responds to what you do. Habits are inputs. Aging is the output of how well your body absorbs stress, repairs damage, and restores balance. This is the core idea we focus on here at Hack the Health, because understanding this one principle changes how you approach health completely. To understand why people age differently, you first have to understand what aging actually is. Aging is not one process. It is the gradual accumulation of unrepaired damage at the cellular, tissue, and system level. Every day, your body experiences damage from normal metabolism, stress hormones, inflammation, blood sugar spikes, environmental exposure, and physical strain. A healthy body repairs most of this damage efficiently. An aging body repairs it less efficiently. The difference between fast aging and slow aging is not damage exposure alone, but repair efficiency. One major reason people age differently is genetic sensitivity. This does not mean genetics determines your fate. It means genetics determines how sensitive your body is to certain types of stress. Some people are more sensitive to blood sugar spikes. Others are more sensitive to stress hormones. Others are more sensitive to sleep loss or inflammation. Two people may follow the same habits, but the internal cost of those habits is very different. For example, two people may both sleep 6 hours per night. One wakes up functional, recovers adequately, and maintains stable hormones. The other experiences disrupted cortisol rhythms, insulin resistance, immune suppression, and impaired brain repair. The habit is identical. The biological damage is not. Over years and decades, this difference compounds into visibly different aging outcomes. Another critical factor is cellular energy production. Every repair process in your body requires energy. This energy is produced by structures inside your cells called mitochondria. When mitochondrial function is strong, cells repair damage quickly, regulate inflammation properly, and maintain healthy tissue. When mitochondrial function is weak, damage accumulates faster than it can be repaired. Mitochondrial decline is accelerated by chronic stress, sleep deprivation, inactivity, inflammation, and metabolic dysfunction. Some people unknowingly protect their mitochondria by maintaining stable routines, moderate activity, and consistent sleep. Others damage mitochondrial function slowly while appearing healthy on the surface. Energy production determines repair speed, and repair speed determines aging speed. Inflammation is another hidden reason people age differently. Aging accelerates when inflammation stays chronically elevated, even at low levels. This type of inflammation often causes no immediate pain. It quietly damages blood vessels, joints, organs, and the nervous system. Two people may eat similar diets, but one has a gut that maintains a strong barrier, while the other has increased intestinal permeability. This allows inflammatory signals to enter the bloodstream continuously. Over time, this low-grade inflammation accelerates cardiovascular aging, joint degeneration, insulin resistance, and immune dysfunction. Because inflammation often has no obvious symptoms early on, people assume they are aging normally until problems suddenly appear years later. Stress processing is one of the most underestimated aging factors. Stress itself is unavoidable. What matters is how long your body stays in a stress state. Two people can experience the same stressors, but one returns to baseline quickly, while the other remains physiologically stressed for hours or days. This keeps cortisol elevated, suppresses tissue repair, disrupts sleep, and accelerates muscle and bone breakdown. Chronic activation of the stress response shifts the body away from long-term maintenance and toward short-term survival. Over decades, this trade-off leads to faster biological aging. Stress does not need to feel overwhelming to cause damage. Even moderate stress becomes harmful when recovery is incomplete. Sleep quality is another major divider. Sleep is not just rest. It is when your brain clears metabolic waste, your tissues repair microscopic damage, your hormones reset, and your nervous system recalibrates. Two people may spend the same amount of time in bed, but one reaches deep, restorative sleep, while the other experiences fragmented, shallow sleep. Poor sleep quality accelerates brain aging, metabolic dysfunction, immune decline, and mood disorders. Because people often judge sleep by duration alone, this damage goes unnoticed until later in life, when cognitive decline, fatigue, and chronic illness become harder to ignore. Muscle preservation plays a much larger role in aging than most people realize. Muscle is not just for movement or appearance. It is a major regulator of blood sugar, inflammation, and hormonal balance. It also protects joints and supports posture. Some people preserve muscle naturally through daily movement, resistance, and physical engagement. Others slowly lose muscle due to inactivity, prolonged sitting, or excessive stress. Muscle loss accelerates aging by increasing insulin resistance, reducing metabolic rate, increasing injury risk, and impairing balance. This process often begins in the 20s and 30s, but becomes obvious only in the 40s and beyond. Another reason people age differently is cumulative exposure time. Aging is not determined by what you do today alone. It is determined by how long your body has been exposed to damaging conditions. Someone who experiences chronic stress, poor sleep, or metabolic dysfunction starting at age 20 will accumulate more damage by 40 than someone who begins experiencing those same issues at 30. Even if both people improve their habits later, the one who started earlier carries a higher damage load. Aging speed is strongly influenced by how early strain begins, not just how intense it becomes. Recovery capacity is ultimately the most important factor. Recovery includes sleep depth, nervous system regulation, nutrient absorption, hormonal balance, and psychological decompression. Two people can apply the same stress to their bodies. The one who recovers fully will age slower. The one who accumulates incomplete recovery will age faster. This is why coping routines rarely works. What looks healthy for one person may overload another. Aging is not about following the perfect plan. It is about staying within your personal recovery capacity. From a practical standpoint, slowing aging is less about optimization and more about damage control. Protecting sleep quality matters more than chasing supplements. Stabilizing blood sugar matters more than extreme dieting. Preserving muscle matters more than excessive cardio. Reducing chronic stress matters more than productivity. Precautions are critical. Chronic sleep deprivation accelerates aging faster than almost any other factor. Overtraining without recovery accelerates hormonal aging. Constant psychological stress accelerates nervous system aging. Ignoring persistent fatigue, brain fog, joint pain, or slow recovery accelerates aging. Practical tips should focus on sustainability. Prioritize consistent sleep timing and sleep depth. Maintain moderate resistance training to preserve muscle. Eat in a way that minimizes large blood sugar spikes. Reduce chronic inflammation by supporting gut health and avoiding constant physiological stress. Build recovery into your routine, not as a reward, but as a requirement. One of the most important skills for aging well is learning to listen to biological signals. Persistent fatigue, poor sleep quality, mood instability, frequent injuries, and slow recovery are not normal aging signs. They are indicators that damage is accumulating faster than repair. Aging differently is not about being superior or inferior. It is about how well the body maintains balance over time. People who age slower are not perfect. They simply protect recovery more consistently and avoid prolonged strain. This leads to the most important principle of biological aging. The body does not reward effort, it rewards sustainability. Pushing harder without recovery does not slow aging, it accelerates it. And this is exactly why Hack the Health exists. We don't focus on motivation, trends, or extreme hacks. We focus on how the body actually works, how aging truly happens, and how to reduce damage before it becomes permanent. If you want to age slower, stop copying routines and start understanding your biology. Reduce hidden strain, protect recovery, respect your limits. Aging is not random. It is predictable, measurable, and largely controllable when you understand the system. Your body is aging right now, either efficiently or inefficiently. The difference is not luck, it is awareness, timing, and biological management. If this video helped you see aging differently, subscribe to Hack the Health. Here, we don't chase youth, we protect function. We don't fight aging blindly. We understand it, manage it, and slow it down intelligently. Your future body is being built today. The only real question is whether you are building it consciously or leaving it to chance.